Knox. What it do, y'all? It's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY. Back with another episode of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know, I am Jones, the original by blood, not by conversion. You know we out here splurging with the what? With the word. Let's give a round of applause to the great I am that I am, the Sunini Nanini, that's in the Bantu South African language, where the Holy Land is. For those that don't know, we about to get to that. You feel me? Yes, sir. I'm also recording it, visual production as well. So this will be up on YouTube. I don't know when. Editing and all of that. It's a process, but you know how we do. It's a beautiful Sunday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day. Fall is finally kicking in. I'm seeing the leaves falling on the ground. It's cool. It looks like we getting closer and closer to that dark winter. Let's see what it's hitting for, right? Well, whatever's hitting for, man, the Father got us, man. Those that's walking in righteousness, trying to keep these laws, doing the necessary things to stay on point. You feel me? But yeah, you know how we do. You know how I move. I got to give you the hood news. So sometime last week, a man threw his shorty in the train tracks. I'm about to say the train station, but son robbed her, punched her, did the whole shebang, and threw shorty in the train tracks. Right? Then another girl was shot. Another man was chilling with his mans and he got shot. And the one that was the headlines of it all was the 19-year-old who was working for the Board of Education, went out to go get food and was shot in the head. And when the person was caught and they asked for the reason was because they got into a verbal dispute. Let me say that again. A verbal dispute. If we're not living in the end times, I do not know what to tell you. If things like this, communication, cannot be respected without somebody's life being taken, oh my jeez, it just lets you know the times that we in. And I tell brothers and sisters this all the time. And for those that follow me on these social media platforms, or even on this podcast, on YouTube, wherever I'm at, I tell brothers and sisters, man, the judgment is starting with Jacob first before it goes anywhere. When you start seeing people dying for nothing, this is the time for brothers and sisters to really self-evaluate yourself and get yourself in line with the Most High. I'm not preaching you no Christian nonsense, no Catholic nonsense, no 7-day Adventists. All of these things are designed to send your ass to hell. You understand me? That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to tell you that you are the child that was given a promise by the Most High. If you come from that stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you have a promise. And because of this promise is why this world is so mad at you, pissed off. It's because of what's coming your way. And they do not want you to have that. They do not want to relinquish their power. They want to hold on to this forever. But like the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. What goes up must come down. And when it comes down, it would never be found, ever. And for those people that's in power, they know that this is their last reign of rule, and they will never, and I repeat, never, ever rule again. gonna be no WHOs. Ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't gonna be no Congress. Ain't gonna be none of that. All of that is gonna come to an end, and they know that. So they trying to get everybody in line for their demise. So in their mind, if I'm going down, all of y'all coming down with me. Hence, what you see in these mandates was about. So, without further ado, we really gonna talk about what I came here to talk about. Who's the real killers of the world? Ask yourself that. Is it the army? Is it us in the streets? Huh? Is it the women? Nah. Is it the cartel? The silent killers are the funders. I repeat, the silent killers are the funders. The brothers, I can't even call them brothers, these heathens, these wicked, evil people that put money behind the chaos of the world are the killers. See, you guys tend to blame the person that pulls the trigger. I tend to blame the person that made the gun, to give the gun to the nigga, to kill the nigga, to pull the trigger. Pardon my language, but I gotta give it the way it needs to be said. You understand? We don't own factories to make anything. So who's giving it? How is these children in Chicago under 21, no driver's license, no state ID, nothing, no credentials, but still getting access to handguns? How is this possible? Shout out to the brother, was his Breezy 600? He's from Chicago. He spilled the beans. He said that they be getting tipped off and they wait for the train that carry the carts full of ammunition and they robbed it. How do they know the time? How do they know where it's gonna be located? How do they know? Who's tipping them off? Come on, people. Come on, people. Who's tipping them off? How about I take it up a notch? I remember, and they probably took the video down. It's probably like 3 years ago, probably 4. I remember a young man was like, one day they was riding their bikes and they see a crate just in the street somewhere, probably in a back alley somewhere. And somebody reluctantly decided to go look through it, opened it up, and found nothing but ammunition. And from that moment on, this is when the violence of Chicago went up beyond a notch. See, they don't tell you these things. And people of color don't understand these things. These things are not a coincidence. See the funders, the funders know who you are. The funders got an agenda. The funders believe that you guys aren't worth nothing, a promise, anything. They know that. The funders spend millions of dollars, probably billions of dollars, to make sure that your music is so negative that if you heard something positive, it could not sit well with you. If I'm lying, I'm flying. These individuals spend millions of dollars to give you slave movies, to give you reminder movies. That's what I call it. I don't call it slave movies. I call it reminder movies, to stay in your lane. You see what we did to you guys? You see when we sick the dog on you? You see when we lynch you the same way they lynch our big brother who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ? The same thing they did to them, the same thing they doing to you. Spend millions of dollars to lead you astray. These people fund stuff like Black Lives Matter. We know George Soros. Now you see the headlines, you see what's going on, you see everybody's in an outrage. I mean, you shouldn't be. Anything given to you by the devil himself, you already know it's gonna be chaos. You already know it's gonna be tragic. You already know this. You can't dance with the devil and talking about you're gonna wake up to Christ. It doesn't make sense. You shake the hands of the devil, everything is gonna tremble. Facts. It's just how it goes. Devil don't give a damn about us. Right? When you look at sports is a $1 billion industry. $1 billion. If not close to $1 trillion if you add all the sports together. And when you see how they conduct their businesses, it's literally in a, how can I say this, in a sensitized way of slavery. You know, when the slave got off the ship, they checked the height, see how high can he jump, how fast can he run, how much things can he lift up, can he be beneficial for this can he be beneficial for this cotton field? You take the word cotton, you put football, it's a field. Same thing with basketball, same thing with baseball. I think the only sport that they don't even display a level of slavery is hockey. I'm yet to see a hockey combine. But they always gonna give you the reminder of you Negroes, of you He-Gros, I should say, that you ain't nothing more than an object. The funders. And they smile in your face, say, yeah, man, yeah, you my guy. You only that guy when you generating money for them, man. The funders. Who's behind Planned Parenthood? Who's behind that? Who's funding that? Who invested money for mobile abortion trucks to be riding through the hood now? Who funded that? Who funded millions of dollars into these medical, you know what? That's doing more damage to people than good. And now these heathens is coming out saying, we never said that. We never said it was going to stop anything. We said it was just going to lessen your chances of death. Homie, family, Playboy, look, check this out. If that's the case, then let me take my chances. First and foremost, why do you care if I live or die? You worrying about if I'm living or dying? Meanwhile, this McDonald's and Burger King and Smash Burgers, all of these defiled, high cholesterol, full of grease foods is all through my neighborhood. And you worrying about if I live or die? Who's funding you? Who's funding these things? Come on. They got this Haitian singer that died in Paris yesterday, Michael something. Cardiac arrest, young man, just after finished singing. Now, I already know in order to get into these European places, you got to be situated. And I said it. I was like, this is what happens when you drink that tequila. This is what happens, guys. And, nobody's going to comment. You know why? Because the majority of these individuals was drinking that tequila as well. So don't get mad when your heart stops. You think these people mean you well? Come on, people. We should know better than that. The funders are behind everything that you see wrong in this world. Who funds the war? Who funded Hitler to have 2 wars back to back? That's a lot of money. And these people funds it, sit back and just watch. And you guys don't even see that you being played. That's why I be astonished and be mind boggled like, yo, bro, you going to join the army? To fight for who? For this place? I see my man's wish his son off. I was like, yo, bro, you sending your son off to the army? You serious? Wow. Okay. You decided to take the state test to become a police officer? For real? Wow. Okay. Cause chaos and sit back and watch us literally kill each other. These people play both sides of the fence. You think these big tables that they sit at, you think these conversations is, hey man, let's keep the peace. I want peace. I want this, you want that, let's come together. No. See, you guys don't know. Every meeting that's being had is never about what they tell you. That meeting is about one thing and one thing only. How do we keep these Negroes from receiving their promise? Let's just take over Africa. Let's just put drugs in their community. Fentanyl is at an all-time high. Show me one colored man that owns a factory that makes that. Children dying. Some of them not even 21, dying overdose. Michael Williams dead, overdose. Who's putting these drugs out here? Who's putting the drugs in the hands of people like Alpo, AZ? Christ of Ears, etc. Who's putting these things in these people's hands? How did they even know that if you put this and this together, it's going to give you a massive high, that you're going to feel so high that you don't even want to come back down on? Who? How? It's the funders. These funders are master. I don't even call it chess. They don't even play chess, because when you hear people say the life is a chess, that ain't a chess. Life is not chess. Definitely not chess. Because we don't have the patience. So it can't be that. We don't even have the vision to see the next move. So it can't be that. Life ain't chess. Life is stress. Life is a test. And you got to always be at your best to complete it according to who? It's not to your standards. It's damn sure ain't to these people's standards. It's to the standards of the Most High. The man that kept you alive, the man that opened your eyes, he's the one that you got to report to every single day. How do you report? Well, it's a prayer. Have a conversation. You say, thank you. Appreciate the fact that you opened my eyes. Appreciate the fact that you had mercy on me, knowing damn well yesterday I was wilding. Ecclesiasticus 8 and 11. You guys should read it. 8, 10, and 11. You should read it. This is a fact. But you see, these individuals, they sell you these things because everything is about sitting still. See, when they're trying to destroy you, right, they got to sell it to you like it's something great. Prime example. Everybody, you see how they do the phones now. So there's no jacket to put for your headphones. So by default, you got to get yourself some Bluetooth headphones, right? These Bluetooth headphones are known to cause cancer. Studies show that there's a high rise of young people catching cancer as young as 42, 43 years old. Catching cancer. And then I sit back and I say, well, they know these things cause cancer. But yet they still put it on the shelf. They still advertise it. We know Wi-Fi is not good for you, but the way that they sell it, they put everything, they compile everything in a nice, beautiful package where it's perceived that if you don't have it, something is wrong. You need the Wi-Fi for the Fire Stick. You need the Wi-Fi for your PlayStation, Xbox. You need the Wi-Fi to go on these things on the YouTube, on Facebook, to do these lives. You need some level of connection. Meanwhile, radiation is running rapid. Who funds these 5Gs and own these things? It's not us. When you look up these people's names, you do not see no Jackson. You don't see Traquan. You don't see none of that. You don't see none of that. You see the William Steinbergers, okay? Okay? The funders are the silent killers. They fund, they invest into these products, knowing that these products aren't good for you. And then they sit back and then open up clinics and radiation facilities, because they know sooner or later, brothers and sisters is gonna be running right in there. And then they're gonna cash out, and it's gonna be the prime time for them to run the experiments. Let's experiment him with this. I came with this title driving one day, and I'm sitting back and I'm just watching. I'm like, yo, these people are causing us to be sick. Investing money into GMO foods, genetically modified. We know this. Spraying our stuff with Fugazi, packing up our supermarkets with nothing but junk, expired food, not even real vegetables, bro. Fruits and vegetables is as fake as it can be in today's times. And we really running around here thinking that we're eating nutritiously, and we're actually not. You're doing more damage to you eating supposed organic, healthy food than eating regular junk that your body can dispose of. Because when you put in lab foods in your body's trying to understand, what the heck is this? And these things, with these ingredients that these people are putting in these stuff, these things are like egg layers. They get inside your body and they lay eggs. And before you know it, they create a whole colony that then deteriorates your whole body. It deteriorates your whole body. And these heathens sit back, smile, and say, well, let them have on a pink shirt and say Breast Cancer Day, breast cancer awareness. Meanwhile, they got phones with radiations that's beyond crazy. When you go in your phone, go in the settings and look up under about and look up all the warnings. They tell you not to put these things by your ear. But yet we've been so acclimated and so accustomed because they've been brainwashing us from young. Remember when we was young? Remember the landline, you had to put it to your ear, hello? But the difference is it was a line. They got rid of that. They got rid of that. These funders are the silent killers of humanity. And they the biggest killers of the colored community. It's them. It's them. You heard the saying, if you want to know how deep the rabbit holes go, just follow the money. Just follow the money. Follow the money. And these people are so wicked and evil and so much of a coward that now they own the Google search, so you can't even look up certain things no more. Everything is under their control. And it's only going to get worse. Listen, I got hit with a warning because I liked somebody's post. I got hit with a warning. I got hit with a strike because of supposedly misinformation. I was misinforming the people. You know, that video got 1,000 and something views. He's like, oh no. He's having a momentum. See, ever since I started calling on the Father's true name, the name that people in Africa was being killed, slaughtered, murdered for, they said, nah, we got to take that down. We're gonna hit them with 2-3 strikes back to back. I got hit with 1 strike. I appealed, I won. They said, okay, yeah, so let's see another video. Oh, yeah, we found it. This is the one right here. Mind you, this is something close to 2 years ago. This is what they do. This is what they do. See, I realized that as long as you as a colored man and you can see and you're not part of their delusional or their delusion, you are a threat to humanity. These people are not afraid of nothing. These people are not afraid of Caucasians, Chinese, whoever. Their biggest threat is colored people. This is a fact. Their biggest threat is colored people. This is why they spend billions of dollars to keep you in a state of ignorance. You cannot be positive. Anything that's colored that stand before you, if it's not about money, it's not about nothing. People respect Jay-Z because he has money. Meanwhile, this man was talking about selling drugs, destroying communities, shooting, killing, murder, but because he made it to the $1 billion club, and we all know how he got there. He's respected, honored, treated like a god. This man walks around calling himself Hov, bro. People don't even, when people refer to him, they don't call him Jay-Z no more. They say, yo, son, you heard that new Hov? I'm like, yo, bro, this man is not a god. You want to play the Biggie songs for you? These heathens bleed just like us. Picture me being scared of a man that breathed the same air as me. Like, y'all be tweaking. Matter of fact, his name is Sean. Like, when I be seeing these people, I be calling them by it. I'm like, yo, what's good, Sean? He be looking at me like, where you know me from? I said, that's your government name, right? I'm not calling you your alias. You a grown man. You damn near 50-something years old. I'm not about to call you no Jay-Z. I'm damn sure I ain't gonna call you no Hov. Not gonna call you that. But even him, the funders, and then the people with the money that's colored, they're being watched and monitored. You're not allowed to spend any single money into your community. Jay-Z got enough, Sean Carter got enough money to revamp and fix the whole Marcy projects, make that joint into a skyrise, and have everybody living there the same exact price that they're paying for their rent right now. Skyrise. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. Because if he even attempts to do that, you're going to find that man murdered in his bathtub somewhere. This is a fact. This is a fact. See, these funders spend millions and billions of dollars to make sure that we stay in a state of ignorance. Facts. You have to stay in a state of ignorance, because when you are ignorant, they win. See, they want you ignorant so you can be in their jails and cash out on you while you in their jails. Your time in jail is their children going to the best restaurants, going across the world, living their best lives, having a ball, while your children is suffering in the hood because daddy's no longer around. Your shorty's suffering in the hood because her husband's no longer around, because he fell for the bait, okay? And he ate it. And now he's doing 6 to 8 years. Facts. All of this is by these funders. Let's cause chaos. And then we're going to be the ones to come and bring order. Like they say, you got to bring order out of chaos. You must cause the chaos, then bring the order. Like I just told you earlier with the news, every day somebody's dying. People is dying. Somebody's getting shot. You can't even have a verbal dispute? Bro, you soft. Bruce not knuckling up. Everybody want to be a gun bucker. Everybody want to be this cowboy slinger. Then get locked up and then got to wake up around a whole bunch of sausages for the rest of their lives. And some of them is not even built and end up being sex toys in these prisons, man. A lot of you dudes as children ain't built. You ain't seasoned enough to even be in a meat infested society. You're not even seasoned enough. But you're not gonna listen because you got these handlers, these funders, promoting such negativity in our TVs on these social media platforms that we see it and we must imitate that. And we run with it and cause complete chaos and destruction within our community and into ourselves. We don't even understand we damaging ourselves. I'm seeing young boys, not even 21, video bottle of Henny. They getting lit. I'm watching old interviews. Shout out to Zach TV and all that. Shout out to Doggy Diamond. Shout out to all the brothers that's been, interviewing individuals. They the reason why I even want to come out and do this, because now you guys are talking the hood talk. Let's talk this righteous talk, because obviously that's not working. But when you watch these videos, man, these people be under 21 years old, zooted and booted, can't even look straight into the camera. I'm like, damn, this is us. This used to be me. How did what triggered in my mind for me to accept that and thought that was normal? You listen to the music, you being outside. There's no more OGs in the streets to guide these young youths to the righteous path. The OGs are younger than me. I'm considered an OG. I'm not even 40. But because the lifespan wasn't supposed to be that high, we grew up with the men not outside. They behind the can. Man, our father figures was killed, murdered, departed. These are facts. So now you put these little children, gotta raise and learn to defend for themselves. So where there's no male figure around, where you think we're gonna get our wisdom and understanding from? You're gonna get it from the TV. And when you see a gangster, because that's what they promote, look how this gangster made it. This man was real. He made it. That's how you gotta be in order to survive and make it in this world. That's what they teach you. So we take that approach, we run with it, and then we get caught up. We end up getting shot, killed, paralyzed, put in jail, life bids, 15-year bids, 25-year bids, 30 years, no parole. All because of things that we have been exposed to. Who funded this lifestyle to us? Who presented that to us? Who said that this is the way to go? Who? Come on, people. These are the silent killers out here, man. Why they got you looking at each other like, yo, he's the ops. That's the ops. The cops, the ops. Who's funding it all? Follow the money. And how do you stop it? How? You denounce the nonsense. If we are the tool to make things come through, then we need to stop being their tool. Before I came back on social media, I was away from that joint for 4 years. I had to get my spirit right. I had to disengage from that. Why? Because I know that's another tool that's used to confuse the youth and destroy the youth. I knew it. And before I was Junes the original, those that know me, they know me as Pip Game, Mike Larry. Yeah. I was living that life. And I knew in order for me to get closer to Christ, I had to denounce that. And not the Christ that you guys are seeing in these churches. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give the disclaimer, because don't compare me to none of these heathenistic, satanic, European run churches that's coming into you talking pure fugazi. No. Talking according to the Bible, when the man was talking crazy onto these people, saying you are of your father the devil. This is how my big bro was talking to these heathens. Are you dumb? This is a fact. So when I disconnected and I see the direction it was going, the DMs being hit up, these girls wasn't as stuck up as they are now. You was like, yo, son, where you at? Where you from? Easy money. And even that, I gotta talk about that. Even, you know what I'm saying? You guys become such betas and such of suckers, you know, and when the suckers is winning, when the suckers win, you know, this is when these females start moving around the way that they moving. Like, bro, I remember, like, yo, mama, what? Please, shorty. Now, dudes is like dogs, bro. Facts. Too many Nick Cannons running around. Not enough DMX. A lot of these dudes is winning as Nick Cannons. Don't get blinded by the muscles and they lifting weights. And these are Nick Cannons, man. That's what I call them. I call these modern day people the cannons. You guys don't have nothing thorough, period. Quick to go grab a gun. Y'all ain't getting busy, man. Too many Nick Cannons. That's what I call them. And this is why you see the society the way it is now. Even when you watch movies, these people fund these movies, right? So what's the movement right now, right? Female empowerment. This is the movement. You guys may not see it, but I'm gonna give you an example. Vice president, woman. That's they selling that to you. When you watch your movies nowadays, who's the biggest gangsters? The women. Women over here whooping men's ass. Women. This is what they doing. This is how they push it. Look at this African movie coming out. That came out. I forgot what it's called. A whole bunch of women. Right? When you look at Black Panther, who was fighting? Was it the man or the woman? It was the woman that's protecting Wakanda. Part 2's coming out. Who's the story around? The woman that protected Wakanda. Come on, people. Come on, man. I can't make this stuff up. You guys have to see it. They paying for this. And all of this is for a reason. There's an agenda. The agenda is to make sure that the men never feel like they can be men again. Make sure that they feel worthless. Make sure and teach women that they are better than a man. This is the agenda. See, it's easy for the devil to control a female, because the devil also knows that the woman is the weaker vessel. The devil also knows that the woman came out of a man. The devil knows this. The devil knows, I'm not worried about Shanae. Shanae not doing nothing. Shanae talk, she gonna talk her talk, but her talk and her concerns is only gonna go as far as her PAs, her public assistants can allow her to go far, okay? You could be tough and all that, but don't come over here with that. You better go take that to Ray Ray. Express your frustration to him. Do not come over here with none of that, because the minute you come over here, I'm going to shut your ass down. I have you out on these streets. You know what? You going to do what you got to do to survive. And that's why a lot of women have this self-pride and, I don't need a man. I could do, yeah, okay. Enjoy it. Like I say all the time, you guys are going to have a rude awakening when things hit the fan. You guys are going to have a rude awakening when they turn up these 5G towers and you start seeing people that you rely on, depend on, start passing out, passing away. Then you're going to have to literally stand on your own too in this wicked-ass world with no job, no ways of making money, no ways of hunting and killing and putting things together. The only thing a woman is going to be able to do, she's going to have to make sure she cleans. So where you going to clean? You're going to look for a man to cater to and clean and make sure everything is in order, because that's what you was here to do. See, the devil is using you guys as a tool to demoralize, desensitize, and make men feel like, see, I got to be a woman in order to be respected out here. I'm going to go put on a wig. Are you dumb? Monday want to run around here and be tilapias. What the heck is wrong with you? A genetically modified creation out of a bathroom. Make it make sense. Are you dumb? Yo. Listen. These funders, man. I ask you guys to stay far, far away from them. Okay? And yes, you can't stay far away from them. Let me take that back. But just be aware of these heathen. Just be aware. Be aware. Understand that there isn't an agenda. The agenda is to make sure you guys never receive a promise that was ordained by God. Sunini I needed to give to you. Colored man, colored woman. They know this. Got you bamboozled and believing that you got a homeland up in the Northeast that's so small that Brooklyn alone is probably the size of that joint. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on, people. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. That place called Israel is the size of Queens. Stop playing with my emotions. Stop playing with my emotions. Probably the whole strip of Long Island. Stop playing with my emotions, man. Yeah, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm running around thinking that that's what it was. Shout out to the brother Garvey. Shout out to the big bro Greg. You know what I'm saying? We sat down yesterday, wonderful lesson, and just so much information. It's like, damn, wow. These things was right in my face this whole time, and these people just been trying to swingle me, bro. But that's a topic in itself. That's a whole nother discussion. And I'm going to save that for something else. Maybe I'll talk about it more on Sabbath Talk. But overall, we got to get right. We need to understand who's the true enemy. We need to understand why are they spending so much money for your demise. You have to understand. This is not about black and white. This is about real and fake. The lies to the truth. This is what this is about. And the truth is, the biggest threat to humanity is the black man. Is a family-orientated, structured household. Is wives cleaving to their husbands. Husband cleaving to his wives. They don't want that. They don't want that. Because two or more gather, guess who's in the midst? They know that. So it's called divide and conquer. Christ said a nation that's divided can't stand. They know that. So it's time for us to come together. It's time for us to denounce all of we don't need their support. Colored people, you have $1.7 trillion spending power. I mean, goddamn, somebody put something together. Let's put the pride aside. Let's put the nonsense aside. Let's put these evil thoughts and the envy and the hatred amongst each other. We got to put that aside and really understand that we got to do something now and help, or do nothing and be destroyed. Or because people's going to be destroyed. Best believe that. Especially those that's not walking with the Father. You could be as good as you want to be. You ain't keeping it, moving with the Most High, reading these scriptures, devoting yourself into his word. When the scripture says meditate day and night on him, it's not meaning the word. A lot of you guys want to learn precepts upon precepts. Nah, playboy. Meditate on how to be a better commandment keeper. How to be in order for you to have the light, you have to have the commandments down packed. Because this world teaches the opposite. This is why the world is in darkness. This is a fact. But I'm going to leave it as that. Continue supporting. It's your brother, man. You know I come to you guys live. Like I said, this is also being recorded on YouTube. So if you want to watch the full video on YouTube, you can do that. For those that prefer to see my face. But if you rather hear my voice, you know, go on any podcast platform, type in Repent or Die. The Silent Killers, or the Funders. Or should I say the Funders are the Silent Killers. It's your brother, man. Came to you guys live. Holla. Peace.